Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, I'm going to do a review of two of the pizzas, low-carb pizzas, from Quest. I absolutely love pizza, and while I typically prefer to make my own, there are times when I do want to have the convenience and speed of a frozen pizza. So in this video, I'm going to try out two of the pizzas from Quest, starting with the pepperoni pizza. I'm also going to do blood glucose testing, though I'm only going to do it on the first pizza that I try because the ingredients and macronutrients are similar enough that I don't think it's necessary to do for both. Starting with the pepperoni pizza, let's take a look at the nutritional information. Serving size is 1/2 of a pizza, 350 calories, 22 grams of total fat, 25 grams of total carbs. So if you are counting total carbs, this is probably going to be a little bit excessive for you. However, there is 18 grams of dietary fiber for a net 7 grams of carbs, and there are 28 grams of protein. I am not going to read the entire ingredient list. I'm going to put it up on the screen in just a second here. Leave it up, you can pause it, you can read it. I don't get too worked up about ingredients way down on the list, but I am a little bit concerned up near the top of the list where I see the potential for canola and or sunflower oil. So one of the things that I'm going to do is see, do I experience any sort of inflammation from that oil? Anyhow, here is the ingredient list. You can hit pause and give it a read. Now let's take a look at the pizza and bake it up. All right, we're going to try out the pepperoni pizza. And if you look at this, you look at the cover, this is what appears to be 1/6 of the pizza. And I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2/2. So call it 5 slices of pepperoni. So that means there ought to be about 30 slices of pepperoni on this pizza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait. 10. Let's sort of rearrange these a little bit. Now, back when I worked at a pizza parlor as a young man, we used to have a really big knife that we would use instead of one of those pizza cutting wheels. We just go chop, 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 chop. This pizza is small enough that I think I can just use a chef's knife. So here's the slice compared to the box. And if you look at this on the box, the slice is actually the same width as the entire pizza right here. Let's give it a taste though. It's not a bad frozen pizza. As far as frozen pizzas go, I guess. I mean, I wasn't expecting anything gourmet, and certainly this isn't. I would say, yeah, it tastes like a $4 frozen pizza. The crust is all right. The crust is neither crispy nor chewy. It almost kind of reminds me of when you reheat pizza. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to eat the rest of the half, so I'm getting a full serving of pizza, and see what the impact is on my blood glucose over the course of the next 2 hours. For the purposes of measuring my blood glucose on this video, I'm using a Dexcom G7 continuous glucose monitor and the Levels Health application on my phone. It's great for analysis. Let's see how this pizza performed. Levels rated this a 9 out of 10. That's a very good score. 10 is the best possible score. Let's take a look at how much my glucose moved. It moved so little, it doesn't even give me a number. I mean, maybe a couple of points in total, but you can see that line, very stable. Actually, from your perspective, very stable, very smooth, a stable response. Next up, I'm going to try out the Meat Lovers pizza. Now, a difference on this, it says the serving size is 1/3 of a pizza. Given the size of the pieces, I'm going to say no. I'm going to call BS on that and say it's at least half a pizza, which puts the macronutrients very much in line with the pepperoni pizza that I had already.
Compare the picture to the pizza. I would say it's comparable to like a mid-level frozen pizza. You know, so not bad. I think if it were half the price, it would probably be worth it. But at this price, I'm not sure. I'm actually most surprised at how decent the crust is on this. It's not crispy. Boy, I'm trying to decide how to say it in a way that's somewhat complimentary. It's sort of like a cracker that has lost its crisp. It's not soggy, but it's not crispy. And it's not stale, but there's nothing about it that is especially distinguishing. Like I said, it's like a mid-level frozen pizza at double or triple the price.
So what are my thoughts on the Quest pizza? Well, first let's talk about the positives. Easy, not bad tasting, no glucose response, and I didn't experience any sort of inflammation. On the downside, it is pretty high on total carbs. And it's just an okay pizza. I mean, it reminds me a lot, I would put it sort of in the category of a Jack's frozen pizza, if you've ever had one of those. Maybe not quite as good. I think they're a little bit smaller than the Jack's as well. And the Quest is about twice the price of a Jack's. A Jack's is usually around $4. These cost me just shy of $10. So really the biggest hang-up for me is the price. I think it's just sort of right on the line for me in terms of what I'd be willing to pay for a frozen pizza. I think if this were a $5 or even a $6 frozen pizza, it would be a lot easier to recommend. But I hope in this video I've provided you with enough information to make your own decision on whether or not you'd like to try out this pizza. If you found this video helpful and or interesting, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And if you'd like to help support the channel financially and get some perks in exchange, click that join button and see what channel memberships are all about. Thanks for watching.